Hello! So today I am going to show you how to make a rock ball, just like this one. So a tweet of mine took off for the first time ever when I showed this on my Animal Crossing Twitter account, and it inspired me to make this video. So I'll show you what I used, the items I used, the design code that I used, and things like that. Okay, so to start, the items that I really like to use that are DIY recipes are the garden rock, the flat garden rock, and the tall garden rock. As you can see, these do use a lot of stone, so I had to go across to the Mystery Islands and grind a little bit and collect loads of stones. But yeah, they are the items that I predominantly use, except for the custom design codes. So the custom design codes that I use are the mossy path, the stone path, this other stone path, and then these kind of corner stone path patterns that kind of go into the far corner. I then use some seaweed and sand and starfish, and then this is the pond design code that I used because I really liked the colour of the water and the fact that there's little fish in there. But you don't have to use this, you can use any one that you want, but as long as it has the kind of curved corners, and you want at least 9 so that you've got enough to kind of make it so it's not just a big circle, that it's kind of got some parts that come in, some parts that go out. But as I say, it's totally up to you guys how you want to design yours. Okay, so to start, it's best to go round your island, round on the beaches, and find a big patch of beach. Not a thin part like this, but as I've said, it's up to you how big or small you make it, but I like making sure that I've got plenty of space, so I'm thinking maybe here might be good. And it's sort of out of the way as well, because the rocks are bulky, so it's not exactly easy to kind of walk through it or around it, so having it sort of out of the way is better. Okay, and I like to start with the design code, with the pond itself. So I know it can be a bit difficult to try and work out sort of what you're doing and where to place things, so take your time with this bit and make sure it's right, because once you start putting the rocks down, it's hard to put down the design code, so just take your time with it and make it look how you want it to look. Something that I would just like to mention as well is be conscious about making it too big, because like as you can see here, this is the same code just twice, so it doesn't look the best. I mean, I am gonna cover this with rocks most likely, but just keep that in mind. Okay, now that you've got your initial pond down, this is where I like to go around and start adding the embellishments. So the rocks on the ground, and then sort of as you work your way outwards, I would start to put down more like starfish and sand patterns. But I really like these corner stones. I think they're great because they can get super close to where you want them to be without being too bulky. I also quite like to add some mossy stone as well, because I think that looks really good. And if you've ever seen rocks like this at the beach, they do normally have moss on them like this. Okay, once you've got a few smaller rocks around the edge, this is when I then like to put the rocks down. When you are putting these rock items down, do try spinning them and having a look which way looks best, because some look good facing this way, some look good facing that way, so just have fun with it and take your time with it. Now, with the other rock pool, I did put one of these tall garden rocks in the middle of the pond, which I personally think looks really cool, but because I did that with the other rock pool, I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to place the tall garden rock here instead. But have fun with it, see what works best, what doesn't work best. Okay, and once you are happy with what you've done, I mean, I personally don't think it looks as good as the other one, but oh well. Yes, so once you have done everything and that looks great, this is when I like to embellish with some seaweed designs, star designs, starfish designs, sand. I think it really adds to it and makes it look so much more realistic. Okay, and once you've added those embellishments, you are pretty much done. Something else that I did with mine was to pick up some of the regular seashells. And you can sort of like implement them into the design as well. I think that looks really cool. And it adds different layers to it as well, so it's not all just 2D or 3D. And to finish off with the other rock pool, I decided to add the little life ring and kind of put it off to the side, and then that way you can kind of sit next to the rock pool like this, but you don't have to do that. And that is pretty much everything. So make it your own, add different rocks. Something that I forgot to mention was the pond stones as well, which I didn't add to this one because we kind of have the more natural rock pools here. But there's something else that you can add as well, which look really good with the actual water in them. And I think that is everything. I'm hoping to do a island tour as well, so keep an eye out for that. Alright, thank you all for watching. Before you go, I wanted to show you a rock pool that was made by Bibbobebba, another proud Yorkshire lass. It's really cool to see what other people do with this idea, and I really enjoyed joining Bibbo's stream to watch her putting this together. She's a really sweet and really funny streamer, and she's very northern, so go and check her out at twitch.tv/Bibbobebba. The link will be down in the description.